Welcome to the deep dive. So the Hyundai Santa Fe 2026, it's landed. And wow, what a change from the old look. Very sleek before, now it's this really bold, boxy thing.
Totally different aesthetic. Rugged, almost aiming for that luxury SUV vibe.
Exactly. But here's the million-dollar question, right? The one our sources keep bringing up. Does the actual performance, the engine, the drivetrain, does it really live up to that tough new exterior?
Yeah, and that's our mission today. We're slicing right through the styling talk and getting into the mechanics, what engines are offered, how fast is it, really? And crucially, why did Hyundai make some, let's say, interesting choices with the transmission and how they tune the suspension? Because that stuff dictates how it actually drives.
Okay, let's unpack the power then. Looks like they've got a couple of main options. First up, there's a 2.5-liter turbo gasoline engine.
Right, the powerhouse. That one's putting out a pretty hefty 277 horsepower and 422 newton meters of torque.
That's quite a bit for a family SUV, isn't it?
It is. Then you've got the efficiency play, the 1.6-liter turbo hybrid. Still respectable numbers, though. 231 horsepower, 367 newton meters.
And you mentioned some places get a V6?
Yeah, a 3.5-liter V6 in certain markets hitting about 280 horsepower. So similar power levels to the turbo four-cylinder, really.
Okay, so if you go for that 2.5 turbo, how quick are we talking? 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. What did the sources say?
Well, there's some variation. Some tests suggest it could dip as low as maybe 6.3 seconds, which is pretty quick.
Wow.
But more generally, testing seems to put both the turbo and that V6 somewhere around 7.8, maybe 7.9 seconds. Still decent.
Right. And the hybrid, much slower.
Oh, yeah. It's clearly not built for speed. More like 9.6 seconds to 100 kilometers. It's all about maximizing those fuel savings. Top speed for the faster ones is capped around 210 kilometers. Pretty standard stuff.
Okay, interesting performance split there. Now, before we hit fuel economy numbers, you mentioned something big about the transmission.
Yes, this is key. Specifically, for that powerful 2.5 turbo engine, Hyundai made a deliberate switch away from the dual-clutch transmission, the DCT, that they used before.
Really? With 277 horsepower, they swapped out the faster shifting DCT.
They did. They replaced it with a conventional 8-speed automatic, with a torque converter.
Huh. So they basically prioritized smoothness over outright shift speed. Does that mean they kind of expect people not to drive it super aggressively? Maybe focusing on reliability and comfort?
That seems to be exactly the thinking. DCTs can be, well, a bit jerky sometimes, especially in stop-and-go traffic. This move suggests they wanted maximum refinement for daily family use. Less potential hassle, maybe.
Makes sense for the target buyer, I suppose. And
Right.
drivetrain, is it front-wheel drive or?
Standard is front-wheel drive, yeah. But you can get their HTRAC all-wheel drive system as an option, for better grip and stability.
Gotcha. Okay, let's talk efficiency. Big difference between the hybrid and the regular gas engine.
Massive difference. The hybrid is the star here, obviously. Figures are around 5.6 to maybe 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers. Really quite good.
And the 2.5 turbo.
Significantly thirstier, as you'd expect with that power. Around 8.4 liters per 100 kilometers. So quite a jump. Fuel tank's a decent size, though. 67 to 71 liters, depending on the version.
We're diving deep into these specs today. And hey, if you're finding this breakdown useful, maybe take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us keep bringing you these deep dives. Full review links and our Cars Press community are down in the description, too.
Yeah, definitely check those out.
And so we've covered power, transmission, efficiency. Let's talk about the feel. Suspension. How does it actually ride? It's got McPherson struts up front, multi-link in the back, right? Standard setup.
Pretty standard hardware, yes.
But the tuning is where the story is. Hyundai clearly, absolutely prioritized family comfort.
Meaning it does a fantastic job soaking up bumps, isolating you from road noise, vibrations, all that. On rough roads, it's apparently very smooth, very quiet, built for comfortable cruising.
But there's always a but, isn't there?
There is. The consistent feedback is that the tuning is, well, too soft. Maybe even overly soft is the term used.
And the downside of overly soft is?
Handling takes a noticeable hit. You get significant body roll in corners, and some describe a kind of floating sensation at higher speeds or during quicker direction changes. It definitely doesn't feel sporty.
So it leans heavily towards comfort, sacrificing that sharp, connected feel some rivals might offer.
Precisely. It's a clear choice. Comfort over cornering capability. Now, that optional HTRAC all-wheel drive system might help a bit, electronically managing stability and traction.
Trying to keep things tidy when the suspension wants to lean?
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
It's there to help put the power down securely, even if the underlying setup is very soft. It tries to bridge that gap, but the fundamental character is comfort first.
Okay, so wrapping this up. The picture seems pretty clear. You've got potent engine choices, especially that 2.5 turbo, and really impressive efficiency from the hybrid.
Yep, strong on paper in those areas.
But the actual driving dynamics, the transmission choice, the suspension tuning, it all points towards luxurious, comfortable family transport rather than anything remotely sporty or aggressive despite the looks.
That's the core tension, isn't it? Which leads to the final thought for you to consider. Hyundai gives you nearly 280 horsepower, really strong number, but they pair it with this deliberately soft, comfort-focused suspension.
Uh-huh.
So does the 2026 Santa Fe successfully blend the power you needed for confident highway driving with the kind of handling that makes you feel confident using that power? Or does the super soft ride kind of dilute the appeal of having that strong engine under the hood?
A really good question. Depends what you prioritize, I guess. Something definitely to think about based on how you drive. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. Remember to like, subscribe, and check the links below.